Welcome to Everything Computerized. I'm CA, and in this video I'll be going to explain you the SQL data types and sizes in detail. Watch this video till end and let's get started. Please vote my way of explanation by tapping on the info card above. Save this playlist Basic SQL tutorial for class 10 and 12 so that you do not miss out any video that might be important for you. In the previous video I had explained you the detailed concept of the data description language. It had 5 main commands, namely create, drop, alter, rename and truncate. In the create command, the syntax for creating a table is create table name, and within the parentheses we have to write the different columns and the different data types and sizes related to each. So let's first understand what are data types. So simply the type of values that an object can hold or process is known as its data type. For example, we can fill water in a bottle, so the data type of the bottle is water. Suppose in a form we are asked to fill up our phone number. Then in that box we cannot fill up any other character except the numbers. So the data type of that box is number. But why do we need data types in SQL? We make a table in SQL and insert data into the different columns or fields depending upon the requirement. Suppose we create a table to store the details of a student, and in that we store the name of the students, their roll numbers and the phone numbers. Then we need to specify what kind of information we have to feed into each of the columns. Suppose in the column names we fill the names of the students. So the type of data in the names are text, so we have to specify the data type for the column so that it can hold text. In the phone number field, we have to specify the data type so that we can store numbers only. If we do not specify the data type, the column will not be able to store the data which we are giving it. So a data type plays an important role in a table. Now let's understand the concept of size. So the size of a data type or an object is the maximum value which it can hold. Different data types have different sizes depending upon how we are using it. If we want to store large values in a column, we specify a larger size to it, and if we want to store small values in a column, then we declare a smaller size to it. So basically, size determines the amount of data an object or a field can handle. SQL supports lots and lots of data types, but some data types are supported by a few DBMS softwares while others are not supported. So we will learn about those data types which are supported by all the existing DBMS softwares and are known as standard data types. Depending upon the type of data, the data types in SQL are divided into the different categories. The first category of the data types in SQL is the exact numeric data type. In this data type, we can store the numbers which do not contain a decimal point in it. We can only store integer values. So mainly there are 6 major data types present in this category, which are supported by all the DBMS softwares. First data type is bit. It can store binary digit, that is 0 or 1. The next data type is tiny int. It can store values between 0 and 255. So if a value is less than 0 or if it is greater than 255, it will not be accepted. The next data type is small int. It can store values between -3 to 768 and +3 to 768. The other 3 data types are int, big int and decimal with their respective range of values. There are some more data types in this category, but I have not included those in this video because they are not supported by some DBMS softwares. The second category of the data types is the approximate numeric data types. These data types are used to store the values with a decimal point. They are used to store fractional values. There are only two standard data types in this category. The first one is the float and another one is the real. The third category of the data types in SQL is date and time. There are three standard data types in this category. The first one is the date. It is used to store the year, month and day. The second is the time. It can store hours, minutes and seconds. And the third data type is the date time. It is the combined form of the date and time and can store both date and time. The fourth category of the data types is the string data types. It is used to store text and related stuff. If we want to store the name, address or any other related information, we use this data type. There are two major string data types. The first one is the char and the second one is the varchar. There are more data types of the string data type, but they are not supported by some DBMS softwares. Char and the varchar are supported by all the DBMS softwares. The char data type is used to store characters and can store up to 8,000 characters. Varchar is similar to char, that is, it can also store a maximum of 8,000 characters. But the only difference between varchar and char is that we can change the length of varchar according to our requirement, whereas we cannot change the length of char. The length in char is fixed. In varchar, we have to determine the size of the data type, that is, the maximum length of the characters. For example, if we want to store names and we want to store only up to 20 characters, then we write varchar and within brackets we have to write 20. It will limit the number of characters to 20 and the characters exceeding this value will not be accepted. There are a few more categories of data types for advanced data processing and we will not cover them in this tutorial. I have given the link in the description. You can go and check all the basic and the advanced data types which are supported in SQL. This was all about SQL data types and sizes. In the next video, I'll explain the data manipulation language and the different commands present in it. Don't forget to like and share this video and do subscribe my channel if you haven't yet. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.